All right, hello everybody. I hope your day is going well. It's time for an update on what's going on with Hurricane Hanna, which got upgraded from a tropical storm last night. If you were watching last night, Weather Chief Bill Taylor gave an update on the storm and mentioned that it was a tropical storm, but the NOAA Corps hurricane hunters flew their WP-3 Orion into the storm last night, and they found hurricane force winds. Their nickname for their aircraft there is Miss Piggy. So they threw Miss Piggy into Hurricane Hanna, and they found those stronger winds, of course, using one of these right here, one of these drop signs. We've talked about this a lot. Their information that they gather is so important because it allows us to really understand how strong a storm is, and we certainly do have a hurricane now that's going to be impacting the Corpus Christi area. Now, I want to point down just below me, you're going to notice a camera there. That is from the city of Corpus Christi. That is a shot at Whitecap beach access. And we've seen significant beach erosion already. I've been following some information from the National Weather Service in Corpus Christi. They already have at Bob Hall Pier there in Corpus Christi, rather. They have already recorded storm surge of around 5 feet. And the main core of the storm that's going to produce even more storm surge has not even hit their area yet. They may end up getting in parts of Corpus Christi up towards really 8 to 10 feet of storm surge. We may see this go up significantly as this storm makes landfall. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we are tracking Hurricane Hanna. I'm pulling up Facebook here, guys, so I can answer some of your questions. This storm formed just a few days ago. The Air Force Reserve hurricane hunters found winds to classify it as a tropical storm. They believe it was 2 nights ago. And again, just last night, the NOAA Corps hurricane hunters found the hurricane force winds. So the storm's just located off the coast there, just kind of south and east of Corpus Christi. Let's see how far away that edge of that eye wall is from Corpus. It's still about less than 50 miles out. Again, moving closer and closer towards the coast, just kind of inching there. It's taking a while to get Facebook up. Sorry, guys. See a lot of people saying hello. I hope you're doing fine today. A lot of people saying good morning. So, guys, let's go ahead and take a closer look at where this storm is and some of the information about it. So, 80-mile-per-hour sustained winds just got upgraded there from 75 within this last hour. It's moving west at 7 miles per hour, so pretty slow. It won't make landfall until we even head into this afternoon and head into this evening as well. And the good news about this is that it is going to bring us some rainfall, but unfortunately we are going to have some fairly decent beach erosion and also damage to piers and things like that closer on towards Corpus Christi from the storm. You see that it will make landfall this afternoon at about 80 miles per hour, so expect it to hold that strength that it has right now. We're already seeing some rain in parts of our region. Check out over towards Gonzales and Cuero, seeing some of that heavy rainfall. Look on down closer to Victoria. They're going to see a band of rain move through there in a moment. And we'll see that off and on showers and thunderstorm activity as we head throughout today. So we took a look at this view just a moment ago, but there's another look at that eye really just kind of churning off of the coast there. We're already seeing some cloud cover over the region. We actually had a halo around the sun earlier. I can't see it from this angle in the newsroom, but if you walk outside, you may still see it because of the upper level cirrus deck of clouds. We have a solid cirrus deck of clouds, and that is because we have a very healthy hurricane not far away from us. That's pretty common, that you'll get a deck of cirrus clouds right above your head when you're close to a hurricane. So you see that each location kind of showing a lot of cloud cover. Again, all of that is from the hurricane itself. You see how close it is to us. When you take a look at the state of Texas as a whole, the storm looks pretty small, but it is expected to impact pretty much the entire southern portion when you get along I-10 and to the south of Texas. Now, what can we expect from this storm other than just the rainfall? We're going to have also a chance for some severe weather today, a marginal to slight risk for severe weather for areas closer to the coast, and the main threat there is going to be short-lived tornadoes. It's pretty common with tropical systems that we end up with water spouts and short-lived tornadoes, and that's going to be one of the main things we're watching here. So every once in a while, this video requires me to click this little button right here, guys. Let me go ahead and click that back on. Again, this video is from the city of Corpus Christi. It is a shot from their beach access that's located at Whitecap, the Whitecap beach access. And man, that is just some wild footage that you're seeing there of the beach erosion. And seen a lot of debris, pieces of pier washing ashore, large pieces of wood. Just to let you know that, yeah, it's a pretty serious storm out there. It's important that everyone stays out of the storm surge. If you know anybody who's down in the Corpus Christi area, you know, you may want to call them and tell them, hey, make sure you stay away from the beach today just because it is pretty messy. So here's a timeline of what the storm will do. This is going to be a model run here. Notice this is 11:30 a.m., still getting closer to the coast. Once we get to around 3 o'clock today, check out some of those showers and storms starting to approach the San Antonio area. That's going to be a wave of showers and storms coming off of a band from Hanna, and that's going to be the way it comes in. It's going to come in waves. Have really heavy rainfall with this, guys. These are going to be tropical downpours, so tons of rain. That's good. We need the rain. We just don't want it all at once. There is going to be a bit of a flash flood concern with some of these showers. And it's not just for today, by the way, too. We get more shower activity as this storm passes just to our south. Look at Sunday at 7 a.m. Look at how wet we're going to be for areas like Atascosa County, stretching all the way over to Maverick County. Really heavy rainfall expected to just kind of continue to pass through the region. Look at closer on towards Kinney and Valverde counties where rain is really needed. Really heavy rainfall, and again, very important. I see Yvonne asking a question. What category is it? It is a Cat 1 hurricane, Category 1. Of course, it had 75-mile-per-hour winds at first, so that barely made it a Category 1 hurricane. And now it's strengthened a little bit more with 5 more miles per hour to 80 miles per hour. So as we head throughout the day on Sunday, look at all that rain. Guys, that's going to train over our area, and that's going to lead to possibly that flash flooding concern. Tomorrow's going to be pretty messy too with all the shower activity that's going to be passing through, and we won't be done on Sunday. Yes, more rain on Monday. So again, it's not going to be constant, but we're going to get a lot of waves of showers and thunderstorms in here, and that means we're going to get anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches of rainfall widespread. Now, once you get closer on towards the hill country and parts of areas closer to the Rio Grande, you may get a little bit less. That is, if you're in western Valverde County, that's what I mean. About 1/2 inch or less possible for some of those areas. But the further south you get, the more rain you're going to see. Laredo, Corpus Christi, getting south of Corpus, there may be 5 to 10 inches of rainfall from this system. I see some questions about the hill country. Michelle says nothing for the hill country. Don't worry, Michelle, you're going to get some rain. Not going to be as much as San Antonio and areas to the south. But we're expecting some good downpours here and there for parts of the hill country as well. You see the wind really picking up as you look out towards Whitecap Beach access. Again, that's from the city of Corpus Christi, that camera there. And man, the water really coming in and splashing up there. We've seen a lot of beach erosion, pieces of pier being damaged and kind of tossed about in the waves. Again, that's where people usually drive. The water well up there. And just kind of splashing right there at the flagpole is located at that little circle you see on the edge of the screen. So the storm, again, continuing to push further on into the east and into our area. Here's what we got for the 7-day forecast. You notice that we're going to be having some nice rainfall here for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Tuesday, rain chances start to taper off a bit, and they'll continue to taper off as we head into the middle of the week and into the weekend. So Jenny wants to know, is this going to be a mess for Live Oak and southern Atascosa County? No. Is it going to? And is there a tornado risk? Yes, there is going to be a little bit of a tornado risk, Jenny. We're going to be watching that real close. Mary says, you said it was going to be rain this morning in San Antonio, Bexar County, and it's nice and sunny, so I don't know who to believe. Mary, I'm not sure who you got that information from. But we never strayed away from the forecast, and we've had a forecast for a partly cloudy sky with only a 20% chance for rain to start off our day today. The rain chances were always supposed to be higher as we head into this afternoon. What about Central Texas? Will we get rain? Angelica, the answer is Central Texas is going to have lower amounts of rainfall from this system. The further north you get, the lower amount of rain you're expecting. And Jenny, again, yes, just a low risk for a brief tornado or two. With tropical systems, the tornadoes may get on the ground and only be there for about 5 to 10 minutes. They're very short-lived. So we'll continue to watch that closely. I'm staying here all day to keep everyone updated. But again, it would be a brief tornado warning if we possibly did see one. We already did see one earlier today east of our area, closer on towards Houston. So, yeah, a lot of rainfall in the forecast. I want to go ahead and bring up the loop again with the showers showing up. So there it is. There's that really heavy rain. And again, let me actually bump it down to this view. There's that eye continuing to make its way closer onto the coast, again making landfall this afternoon. You know, we're going to see some really significant updates from this camera right below us. And I've got to click the button again, guys. Every once in a while, I've got to re-click this on. But ask me your questions about the storm, what you want to know. I'm going to try to show y'all as many views of the coastline here that I can. You see the sand really being whipped away. There goes a big wave. Man, that was a big wave that just splashed up over the beach there. So when is the rain coming into San Antonio? Lizette wants to know. The answer is going to be this afternoon. We're going to have some showers and storms move into the Helotes. Someone asked about Helotes earlier. Area as well as San Antonio. Now again, wind isn't going to be as much of an issue with us from Hanna here in the San Antonio region. That's really going to be more of an issue for our friends south of us. Rain is going to be the big thing that we got to look out for, and I know that we need rain, but we also are going to have the risk of flash flooding. So that's something that we have to look out for. Flash flooding could be possible. You'll notice that the storm's going to weaken pretty quickly here. Well, look at the timeline over the next few days. By the time we get to Monday, won't even be considered a tropical depression anymore. It'll be weakened enough that it's just going to fall apart. But the rainfall isn't going to end from that just yet. We're still going to be getting showers and storms as we head throughout the day on Monday. So even as this storm continues to push well into Mexico, the rain will continue all the way through Monday and possibly even into some storms on Tuesday. So is San Antonio going to get a lot of rain? Lexi wants to know. The answer is yes, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. What can we expect for the Stone Oak, Valverde area? Anything like microbursts we had last year? Iris, I do not expect that. Just going to be a lot of heavy rain. You know, we shouldn't expect any microbursts from this. May get a brief spin-up tornado from some of these showers, but that's all we're going to be watching for there, and it's a low, very low risk for a tornado, but it's not zero. That's what I want to make sure everyone understands. Is there any rain chance in Kerrville? Nancy, as you get further into the hill country, the rain chances go down a bit. But yes, you will still have chances for rain, and you are expected some rain here as we head throughout the next 3 days. Anywhere from maybe even up to a ½ of an inch of rainfall could be possible there in the Kerrville area. So again, the beach erosion really going on, and I keep mentioning this, guys, but I want to make sure y'all know where this is whenever people join in. That is the Whitecap Beach Access in Corpus Christi. That is from the city of Corpus Christi. That's one of their cameras that they have looking out towards the beach, and you can really see that, that as that eye wall gets closer, things are getting a little bit worse there. Diana asking about Floresville. You know, they really need some rain down towards Floresville, and the good news is you could get probably closer towards 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in Floresville. A really good amount of rain. And Cheryl asking about New Braunfels, probably closer to an inch of rain for the New Braunfels area over the next 7 days. And again, I say 7 days, but much of this rain is going to be falling from today through Wednesday. And again, it's not going to be constant. It's going to come in waves. I'll go ahead and run through the loop again here. Jessica says she's staying in downtown Corpus right now. Jessica, I hope y'all are staying safe where y'all are at. Again, wind isn't going to be as much of an issue with this storm. It's mainly the storm surge, so just make sure you stay away from the beach, and then also some inland flooding that we have to be careful of. And that's it. You know, wind, a few tornadoes could be possible again, so you'll want to make sure you watch the weather. But, you know, once this passes, it's going to be not as, you know, things will start to be a lot quieter out there. You just got to get through today, basically. But mainly just stay away from the beach, Jessica, and you should be fine down towards Corpus. Again, storm surge, the main issue for the Corpus area. So let's run through the timeline. Again, no rain right now, but notice by 3 p.m. today, seeing a few showers and storms start to approach the San Antonio area. and then you see it kind of break off. That's going to be common. As it gets further away from the storm, shower activity will weaken. Watch as we head into Sunday. I think Sunday is going to be the wettest day. 5:30 a.m., 6. Watch these showers push north. Man, that's some really heavy rainfall pushing north throughout the day. By 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you see the showers just really kind of take over the region. Really heavy rainfall, and again, much needed to help the aquifer out, because the aquifer is still showing pretty low levels there. I've talked about the drought, but let's take a look at the drought monitor. You see there extreme drought for portions of the Rio Grande near Del Rio, Kinney County, and then stretching down towards northwest portions of Maverick County. Then you have severe and moderate drought for much of the western half of our viewing area. And then you see abnormally dry conditions, at least for a majority of us. We're going to see this change drastically as we make our way into next week. Next Thursday, when the drought monitor comes out again, we're going to see tons of improvement in this, and I think that extreme drought will be going away completely. There has been no recorded rainfall at the San Antonio airport so far this month. That's going to change. I don't know if we're going to get all the way up to our average for the month of July, but we are going to recover nicely here a little bit as we head throughout the next 3 days. And the aquifer, again, still pretty low, but we should see some improvement there as well. Now, past the 7-day forecast, let's look at day 8 through day 14. It looks like these wet conditions could continue. Above average rainfall going to be possible, and then we're also going to have warmer than average conditions from day 8 through day 14. So past that 7-day forecast, looks like rain will continue to impact our area. And let's take a look at the tropics other than Hanna, because there's a lot going on out there. We still have Tropical Storm Gonzalo. The United States Air Force Reserve's hurricane hunters have been taking their C-130Js. They send off these dropsondes too. We talked about this at the beginning of the Facebook Live. They've been dropping their dropsondes into Gonzalo, gathering some more information on that storm. They have been going off of St. Lucia. Wait, was it St. Lucia or was it... goodness, it's not St. Lucia, it's another island down there that begins with Saint. But they've been hopping off one of the islands down towards the Lesser Antilles as well to gather information on this system rather than their home base at Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi. So they've been gathering information right down there on Gonzalo, which is no longer really a threat. You see it's kind of fallen apart. That doesn't mean it won't be a threat later on. Just right now it looks like it's gotten too close to land, which we like because that means the storm falls apart. Over the next 5 days, though, we do have a 60% chance for tropical development for this area way across the Atlantic. It can't be considered a threat right now, but it's something that we're going to have to watch very closely. And so that's just a quick update on some other areas of the tropics. Let's take a look back at Hanna again. Still has those 80-mile-per-hour sustained winds. Storm surge already impacting the Texas coast. If you missed it earlier, they've already had about 5 feet of storm surge down towards Corpus so far, and I think they're going to get even more. I'm going to go reboot this camera, guys, and we're going to see how bad things are looking out towards the Whitecap Beach access. Of course, this camera is thanks to the city of Corpus Christi. This is one of their cameras giving us a live look down there. Let me move the mouse out of the way too, guys. Sorry about that. But you can see that the water's really coming in and really hammering that whole area. Anthony wants to know, it's going to hit us in the Rio Grande Valley, and Anthony, the answer is yes. You're going to get a lot of heavy rain in the Rio Grande Valley, and that's where I think that a majority of the flash flooding is going to take place. I think we're going to get a ton of flash flooding in the Rio Grande Valley, and you need to go ahead and prepare for that. You know, just stay out of low-lying areas, areas that typically flood due to heavy rainfall. Stay away from that. It's going to be a lot of heavy rainfall over the next 48 hours here, and you'll want to make sure you stay safe, because 10 inches of rain in 48 hours, especially in this part of Texas, or rather the Rio Grande Valley part of Texas, could be very dangerous. You know, make sure you stay safe. A lot of people saying cloudy where they are. Any chance for rain? And guys, honestly, we got chances for rain all across the viewing area over the next 3 days from this system. Not as much rain when you get into parts of Rock Springs and northern Edwards County, northern Valverde County, but still tons of rainfall expected for pretty much everyone else So I hope that answers most of y'all's questions. Now, again, we had a brief tornado warning earlier on today. That was closer towards Houston, outside of our viewing area, right through here. Some of these showers, when they're rapidly intensifying and there's so much spin in the atmosphere from a hurricane being so close, sometimes you get a brief tornado to form. That's going to be something we're looking out for today. I'll be hanging out here at the station, keeping on the radar, keeping everyone updated. And I'll let y'all know, of course, if something like that happens. We'll hop on and give a quick update so everyone knows what's going on. You know, we're watching this camera, and I want to just get a look at how close this storm is now getting to the coast. By the way, guys, I'm real sniffly today. Mold is at a heavy level. It's like at 1,800, I believe. So if you're feeling sniffly or sneezing a lot today, that could very well be the reason why. Mold is at a very high level for today. So you can see that the outer edge of the eye wall is really starting to make its way on shore there near Corpus Christi. This camera that we're looking at is located right about, I want to make sure I get this right, there. So this is the Whitecap Beach access camera from the city of Corpus Christi. And you can really see how the rain's coming down and how the waves are getting really crashed up onto the beach. And that's where we're having a lot of beach erosion at the moment. As some of the worst parts of this storm. Remember, the front right quadrant of a hurricane, that's actually the worst part. So Corpus Christi is actually experiencing the worst part of the storm. Even if it makes landfall to their south, that's kind of what they don't want, because that means that the worst part of the storm is going to hit them. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm actually going to bring up a graphic here on storm movement. So one of our, we went through a high school program here at Kent's 5, and I trained Tony Rodriguez on our graphic system, and Tony built this graphic. And it's a great explanation on where the worst parts of the hurricane are. So the front right has maximum storm impact. Remember, that's the part hitting Corpus Christi right now. We see the water rushing out there after a big surge of waves. Look at the debris, guys. That is why water can be so dangerous. That's powerful. But the front right, maximum storm impact. The front left has significant storm surge, but not as strong as the front right. Back right is significant wind, and then back left is typically weaker but still dangerous. So the front right, that's where Corpus Christi is right now. That's where this tower cam is, where we're seeing some of these wild images come in out of the Corpus Christi area. And that's one of the spots where we're seeing, again, a lot more in the way of water. I have another graphic that I want to show here, guys. Let me pull it up. I'm trying to find a certain graphic to give some updates with. I'm having trouble finding it. Well, maybe I'll find it here a little bit later. But some information about this storm, guys, is this is the first hurricane of the Atlantic season for 2020. Everything else up to this point was just a tropical storm. It did not form into a hurricane, but this is the first hurricane of 2020 for the Atlantic Basin. This is also the first storm, the first hurricane rather, to make landfall in Texas since Hurricane Harvey in 2017. Hurricane Harvey was the last hurricane to make landfall in Texas, and here we are, another H storm, Hanna, in 2020 was the next hurricane to hit our coastline. The storm is expected again to be pretty strong here, but thankfully not as strong as what Hurricane Harvey was. This is also the earliest an H-named storm has earned its name in history. We've never had one this early in the season, an H-named storm. So that just lets you know it's been a very active hurricane season, and that's expected to continue. We looked in the Atlantic Basin just a moment ago, and you saw Gonzalo, which is falling apart, but then also that next wave coming off the African coast. Let me go ahead and click this back on here, guys. Again, every once in a while, it requires you to refresh it. But you can really see the beach erosion occurring there right at the Whitecap Beach access there in Corpus Christi. That camera, again, from the city of Corpus Christi. A few people asking, when will the storms hit Pearsall? The answer is it will be mainly this afternoon into this evening. That's when we'll have a little bit more rainfall activity in our region. But, you know, we already have a little bit of rainfall for parts of South Texas. Gonzales, Cuero, down towards Tilden's about to see a brief shower. Nothing too bad right now. And again, San Antonio, it's quiet. Just a lot of sun, not even a ton of sunshine, because we actually have a cirrus deck overhead, so it's actually mostly cloudy. It's just a mostly cloudy, thin layer of clouds. But that cloud cover is expected to kind of thicken up here as we make our way throughout the next few hours, and we'll see it really cover up there. Yeah, there's a lot of debris in that water. I caught it in the left eye, out of the corner of my eye. But yeah, you can see a lot of debris in that water, and again, that's another reason why we want people to stay out of flooded areas. So heavy rainfall could lead to some flash flooding, mainly south of San Antonio. It's not going to be as big of an issue as areas well to our south, but it's something we'll keep an eye out on. Guys, I'm going to continue to watch this behind the scenes, but for now, I'm just going to leave this looping for a little bit, and we'll give you another update a little bit later on today, kind of more into the early part of this afternoon. I'll hop back on here, give another update on what we're seeing, and we'll continue to track, of course, Hurricane Hanna here behind the scenes, the first hurricane to make landfall in the state of Texas since Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. So I'll leave the camera right about there so we can continue to watch it. And guys, we'll have another update as we head into the early part of this afternoon. Y'all have a great one, and remember, rain chances, they'll pick up as we head throughout this afternoon and into this evening.